Good day everyone, I am Shinmei C. Castro and today we are going to talk about the Western and Eastern influences on Filipino values and good manners and right conduct or GMRC. But before that, let's take a look at our objectives for this lesson. First is to discuss the Western and Eastern influences on Filipino values and good manners and right conduct. Next is to identify the positive and negative Filipino values and their implications to being a GMRC teacher. To begin, I am going to discuss about the contributory factors. These are the different Eastern and Western influences that help shape our Filipino character. Okay, so first let's have the Eastern influences. Here we have the Malay influence. So it is considered the basic component of the Filipino culture. It contributed key Malayo-Polynesian traits such as strong hospitality and the bayanihan spirit. This influence also reinforced the value of close family ties. Okay, so our core culture is from the Malay people. They gave us traits like hospitality, reinforce or strengthen the value of close family ties and the bayanihan spirit. So let's take a look at this picture right here. These people are working together to lift Ibahay Kubo. So this perfectly showcases the bayanihan spirit. So those are the traits that we got from the Malay people. Next, we have the Chinese influence. So primarily instilled strong moral values. And here we get the concept of filial piety. So filial piety, this means having a strong and deep respect towards our parents or towards our elders. So best example ani is when we Filipinos show our respect through gestures of kanang mo amin or mo bless ka sa aton sa imong parents or sa imong lola, imong titag, tito. And even bowing to show respect to someone older. So mao na siya ang filial piety. And then we have the Indian influence. So this influence is contributed to some of our languages, our folk beliefs, our mode of dressing. So sa mode of dressing, Indians use wrap-around garments for clothing. So, diri sa Pilipinas, makita na to ang kaning influence sa Northern Luzon, sa mga Igorot. Because they use wrap-around garments like tapis or malong for clothing. And this influence is also found in our architectural art. So, for example, ani is when we are making our traditional native houses or atong mga bahay kubo. Okay, so mao to siya ang influence nga tong nakuha sa mga Indian. Next, we have the Hindu influence. So this influence has the most widespread influence on our traditional way of thinking and beliefs. It is identified as the source of fatalism. It is the strong belief that all events, all the happenings of our lives are already decided by fate or destiny. Okay, so for example, mana ka, naman dahil ilugpas ng assignment ron, nawa ko kayo mo. Bahala na eh. It is what it is. So that is fatalism. Mauni siya ang origin sa Filipino phrase nga bahala na. Okay, so mao na siya nga tong influence nga nakuha sa Hindu. Okay, so those are the Eastern influences. Let's move on to the Western influences. So we have the Spanish legacy. So the Spaniards are here in the Philippines for over 300 years, diba? So their influence is very deep. And they gave us two major influence that deeply shaped our values. First is when they introduced Christianity or the Christian religion. It didn't just affect how people prayed or worshiped, it also shaped our laws, ato ang mga batas, ato ang social norms, and also our views on morality, and even our holidays. Next is when they introduce the compadre system. So this system is like having an extended family, and it is more like a practice of choosing godparents, ninong ug ninang, for an events like kanang magpabunyag or sa kasal, and the parents and the godparents become compadre and comadre. So mo na ilang ginatawag nga compadre system. So those are the two major influence nga gibilin diri sa atoa sa mga Spaniards. Lastly is the American legacy. Okay, so they introduced the principles of democracy and free institution. They established free public education as a national policy, and they also promoted values like individual liberty and equality. Okay, so the Americans brought the concept of democracy and liberty. This means giving the people the rights and the freedom. And they also started our system of free public education, which gives all the Filipinos the chance nga maka-eskwela. Okay, so mo na siya ang gibilin diri sa atoa sa mga Americans. Okay, so that is all for my part. I am going to hand the discussion over to Miss Mariposa.
So, good afternoon everyone. So, my task this afternoon is to report to all of you the Filipino culture, belief, and values. So, why do you think belief and values are emphasized there? Because they act as the core foundation for many other culture expresses and daily behaviors. So, we all know, di ba, nga, ang mga na-adapt na to ang atong pagka-religion through the Spaniards who colonized us for over 333 years. So the first, we have here the belief system. So Filipinos are deeply religious and believe strongly in supernatural powers like God or Allah, which is true because most of the Filipino are Catholic, so they are very God-centered and they hold to be true. And we often faith-based. So bisag wala nato nakita si Lord is nagtuo jud ta or sa atong kagalingon is nagtuo jud ta na si Lord is exist. So same sa mga Muslim, ang tawag naman sila nga God dito is si Allah. So this is how they praise their God, di ba? Nga magduko sila maayo. And of course, sa mga Catholic is magsimba jud every Sunday. So inana ka very deep religious ang mga Filipino. So the next, we have the success is often considered a blessing from above, leading us to trust prayers rather than only hard work. Which is true, no? Kay bisag gamay nga achievement or blessings in our life is di kita malimot nga magpasalamat sa atong Ginoo. Because we believe that if we pray, it really works. Next, we have this faith teaches us to value perseverance, patience, and endurance to cope with difficult realities. So, prayer gives us strength to fight the struggles or the difficulties in our life that we may encounter. So, ang pagtuo, kay gitudloan ta niya, o kung saan pagkabasko. Last, we have Filipinos practice the golden rule, do unto others what you want others do unto you, mainly through hospitality. So, ang golden rule is Matthew 7 verse 12. So, example ani is, kung nakay-bisita sa inyong balay, of course, ang imong buhaton is, imo silang abi-abihon, pasudon sa balay, pakapihon, or dili, pakanan ba niyo sila. So that, kung ikaw na po na mabisita sila nga balay, same iyahang buhaton. So, pasudon ka niya, or pakanan man. So, that is the golden rule. And now, let's proceed to the next. We have value system. So, values are the shared standard that guides a person's behavior and action in social situation. So, values it is the action and behavior. So, on how Filipino interact with each other in the world, wherein nga giuna nila ang ilahang personal relationship and of course their rights. Next, we have the highest personal values are honor, karangalan, and trust, tiwala, which are valued more than wealth or status. So, we said, daghan ka dira og kwarta, luxuries, mga cars, if walay usa ka tawo nga nituon nimo, of course, murag wala siya ipulos, no? So, that's why nga kanang murag the highest personal values ang karangalan ang tiwala. Kay kung mas daghan ng tiwala nimo, daghan ng salig nimo, so mura rapod ka ganang dato. Pero sa di lang galing sa mga kuan, di lang galing sa kwarta, pero of course at dato ka kay kuan man ka gisaligan ko sa ubang nga tawo. Next, in decision making, Filipinos often consult the family consensus and the feeling of those affected before deciding. But it depends on the situation. If gamay lang, if yung plano is kanang dili man kayo dako, so of course you can decide on your own. But if kanang dako na gani kayo nga plano, of course you need the advice of your parents, relatives, and the other nga kanang close nimo. So for example, ang imong plano is kanang kuan, magminyo na ka or magpakasal na ka. So need nimo na siya nga pahibaloon sa imong family nga kana imuhang nga plan. Kung ma-decided man sa tanan niyo nga family or relatives niya, okay sila ato nga kuan, okay sa ato nga plano, so that wala kay mahay inog kaulahi. Last is in relationship, we highly value close family ties and social relationship engaging in mutual cooperation, which is best seen in the Bayanihan spirit. So it is the essence of mutual help and community spirits, wherein tanang tao or imong relatives or imong mga silingan is willing ma-help nga walay kapalit, nga walay balos, so that kung sila naman ay problema, for example, wala sila makaon, so ikaw willing ka ma-help bisag walay kapalit. Nagaanin mo sila og kanaang bugas para lang sila makakaon og mabusog. So that is the Bayanihan spirit. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, let's continue to our reporting. I have here some positive values. But first, what comes to your mind when you hear the word positive values? Okay, so when we say positive values, these are the good attitudes, qualities, and practices that guide us our daily lives. They influence how we treat people or how we live in our community and how we make decisions as Filipinos. So, one well-known Filipino value is hospitality. Hospitality means the practice of receiving and entertaining guests with great warmth and generosity. So, kana siya is like for example, kanang naamoy bisita. So, unsa man atong kasagaran ginabuhat, di ba? Ginatagaan nato itong gipaling-palingkuron, atong tagaan sila og kanang foods or drinks, ana. So, di ba? Like for example, sa bukid o kung naay bisita gani, mag-ihaw jud na og kanang Bisayang manok. Oh. Next is the Bayanihan spirit. So, this is the value of mutual cooperation and unity in the community. A simple example is when neighbors help one another during typhoons or calamities by giving relief goods or sharing food. So, like for example, karon. So, naitabo like for example sa mga gilinugan sa Bugo City and Davao City. So, unsa may ginabuhat nato sa itong mga kuan nga mga pareha na itong mga Pinoy. So, di ba nagtinabangay, nag-iiyahatag og mga relief goods, nagtinabangay tang tanan. So, that's the example of Bayanihan spirit. So, another important value is paggalang or respect. Paggalangs means required deference and respect shown to older people and authority figures. So, Filipinos show respect to elders and authority figures by saying po and opo or doing mano po when greetings grandparents. So, isa man diri ang naapay mga lola and lolo. Ginapadayon pa ba ninyo na ginabuhat nga tagagabii or something kanang maabot mo nga bless ko lola, bless ko lolo. So, what is the example of paggalang or respect? Lastly, we have high regard for women. In Filipino culture, women are highly respected and trusted, especially in family decision making. Like for example, mothers often manage the household budget and their advice is followed in important matters. So, kana siya, the high regard for women is kanang taas silag panglantaw sa babayi. Taas kita og kanang pasabot nila nga kanang gitagaan jud nila og kanang dako silag pagsalig. Like for example sa family, di ba? Ang kasagaran jud matuman sa panimalay is ang atong mama. Kung unsay sugo, di ba, tuman jud ta. And another example is kanang ang mga asawa or mama kasagaran jud ginarespeto o ginasunod sa balay. So, di ba? Pero medyo matuman si mama.
These are the negative values of Filipino culture. First is the manana habitat. The manana habitat, the tendency to procrastinate and put off work until tomorrow. So, ang kaning manana habitat is mana siyang gitawag nga cramming. So, for example, na kay assignment time ugma na ang deadline. So, kay wa man nimo buhatan daw imong assignment yung naunya ra man nimo. So, diya na mo gawa si cramming. So, para ma-avoid nato ang manana habitat is dapat na time management. Second is ningas pugo. Strong enthusiasm at the start of a task but quickly disappeared, which is means lack of follow through. So, mo ni siya ang katong mga kakulang na tao. For example, sabi ka mo exercise tagabun ka, then after mga pila ka weeks, wala na, gilaay na ka, kapi na ka, nga nang gitawag na ningas pugo na wag ang kagana tungod kay kapoy ang lawas, then kakulansan ka. Last is the Filipino time. The Filipino time, the habit of being late for appointment. For example, naamoy group study, then ang new meetup is 3 p.m. So most of your group mates is naabot og 4 p.m. So late na sila. So that's called Filipino time. That's all.
So, good afternoon everyone. My name is Jomari Imala and I am the last reporter of Group 5. So, let's proceed to colonial mentality. Preference for foreign goods and ideas over local Filipino culture. So, it means that we Filipinos prefer the foreign kanang mga, like, let's say sa cosmetics. Even ako kanang ga-used og mga cosmetics na gikan sa Korea, sa Japan, or di kaya sa US, ana. So, napunta sa food, mas prefer to mga hamburger and fries, kay, di ba, diha man dyan sa ilagikan. Yes, mo na siya ang colonial mentality. We prefer or like, ganahan ta nga kanang, mas ganahan ta sa mga panggawas kisa sa ato sa Filipino or ang ato ang local. So next, we have the crab mentality. So the attitude of pulling down those who succeed out of jealousy. So we have here the example, as you can see in the picture at my back. We have the, oh no, you don't. Where do you think you're going? Come back down here, where the rest of us belong. So kana, as the picture shows, here some of us Filipinos are, I don't know, maybe your friends, just kidding. Maybe your friends or like some of us Filipino nga nagitay mentality nga kanang dili ta papildi o kanang kuan ba dili ta musugot nga nay mulabaw nato. Mao na siya ang example sa crab mentality. Kanang dili ka ganahan nga naay mulabaw nimo, ana ba mo nang imo siyang siraan para kuan siya. Paubos siya. Yes. So the last one, we have the implication of these values to being a GMRC teacher. So the GMRC teacher's main role is to guide and transform Filipino character, not to eliminate core cultural values. Teachers must use existing strengths like hospitality and bayanihan to build lessons that teach cooperation and social responsibility. So it means that the GMRC teachers, their role is to guide and transform Filipino students. They will guide to transform the character of the students, not to eliminate their core cultural values. They should promote the hospitality and bayanihan so that it will build the ang pagsasamahan ng mga students. Yes, at the same time, the teacher must actively correct negative habits by promoting virtues like hard work, punctuality, and accountability. So ang guys ingon dira kay ang teacher pod ko no, nga GMR teacher nga, i-correct po daw ang mga bad habits sa mga students. For example, kanang late mo pass o mga outputs, mga ana ba, just like the examples. And then kanang like dapat be on time. You should have a time management and accountability. Of course, kung kabalo ka nakasayop ka, ako uni mo mag-say sorry and moved on. Yes. And next, by focusing on redirecting behaviors such as the manana habit and the ningas kugon, and the GMRC teacher successfully prepares students to be ethical, productive, and proud citizens. So, since kabalo naman mo sa the manana habit and ningas kugon nga katong gikuan sa last reporter, so I wouldn't ko na lang touch it deeper or like di na ko siya discuss deeper. So that's all. Thank you everyone.